Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my rant over with, which is what I got on here for, and then I'll answer some questions, even if they're going to be a delay. Um, First off, what I'm here to talk about. Mainly, I started this whole thing, A, because I got an Amazon gift card and I bought a really nice webcam. It's what you're watching me on. But I started this big rant because I had a lot of people asking if I was upset that the lack of master grades this year. We're probably only going to have 3, possibly 4 when this is all said and done. The We've got the Freedom this year. We have the Full Armor Unicorn, which yes, I am currently working on. Um, and we're probably going to get the Psycho Zaku, possibly a 4th in December. We have no idea. They haven't announced anything for the December kit yet. And people are asking, am I really upset the lack of master grades? Not terribly. I understand what's happening. Right now, there's 2 things happening. One, the Japanese economy is not in a great place. There is not a ton of stuff going on with them right now. The problem being not just general economy. And they do have a lot of master grade kits they want to make, but they're currently making 1/100th Iron Blooded Orphan kits. The 1/100 kits they are making are pretty good. I built a couple. They're very well quality. I can tell that there's kind of master grade guys working on them, but they have to keep it on a budget. Um, I will answer the Robert question in a second. Bear with me. The Hold on. Current master grades they're getting delayed on because of they have a team working on 100 kits, at least in my mind, and they're going to be using that team in the future. Okay, this plan may not be working. Let's just go straight to the questions. All right. Robert, what happened to him? As far as I know, he's still in Gunpla. He works, I believe, for Hobby Link Japan right now on their blog site. Doesn't do videos anymore. He still writes articles and he still does reviews, but they're they're written down reviews, as far as I know. Do you think there's an MG Jagan on the way? I wouldn't bet on it. If we see one, it'll probably be the web shop limited only kits. Um, I mean, we got a powered GM, and that's one of those. Yeah, no way we'll ever get a powered GM master grade. Well, if you have the money, you can get yourself a powered GM right now. And from the things I've read, it's basically just a GM kit with some master grade Mark II points slapped on there. I figured MGs would take a backseat for the new kit lines. There would be many more people. I don't think it's taking a backseat as much as think about age. When they came out with age, they came out with several age kits. They were nice. They were good kits. There's nothing great about them. And they were cheap. I will say for the kits that we've gotten, the Freedom Gundam 2.0 and this Full Armor Unicorn I'm working on right now, they are worth every penny. They are really detailed kits. It's too early to say exactly how good this kit is because I'm barely getting on it, but it's a pretty darn good kit, all things considered. Where do I buy my Gunplas? Most of them are bought from Hobby Link Japan. Some of the web shop ones I get on auction sites, Mount Darake, eBay, all sorts of different things. With the web shop limited, I just tell people, yes, they're going to be more expensive, but you really got to shop around on those kits. You really got to watch out. One place will have it, a lot more expensive than another place. One place will have, it's really cheap, but they'll have 4 of them. Another place will have, tons and tons of them, but not a good deal. Whatever. So you just got to shop around. You got to pay attention. I don't like web shops all that much. Who keeps tweeting me? Trying to cheat and get a tweet in that way. Multitasking here. Can I stream successfully? Nope. Obviously not. Jeff, given the new season of Gundam Build Fighters in the works, do you think there's a new set of HCs will be used interfering with the Iron Blooded Orphans? I don't think so for high grade kits. I would not be shocked in the least when I saw Build Fighters Season 2 and I saw that kit that popped out, the variation on the G Gundam. I was like, there's your G Gundam Master Grade. There's that frame from the MG Freedom version 2.0 that I thought, man, that would look really good in a G Gundam. Just looking at that thing, wow. I was thinking, there it is. What else do we got? What kits do you want to see in the RE100 frame? RE100, there's a lot of kits I'd like to see. You know what would be really cool? I don't think it'll ever happen, but you know what would be really, really cool? Give me an RE100 Psycho Gundam. You could make it without an in-frame. You could make it simple, but you can make it huge. Take that jumbo size RX-78, rework it a little into a Psycho Gundam. I can beg, please. That would be so cool. Just, if it's standing here about 3 feet tall, it'd be ridiculous. Can you dab for me, Jetman? Hell no. 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 I want an RE100 Kshatriya. And so, yes, I would like that too. The problem with the Kshatriya, I think, if they ever made it, is I think it'd be a whole lot like the RE100 Nightingale I got sitting behind me here. It's neat looking, and it sits there, and it does nothing. It's a giant brick. I think the Kshatriya would be along the same line, maybe a little bit better possibility. RE100 Leo, yes. If they make it 100 Leo, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make it orange and silver. I'm going to put 025 on it, and I'm going to send it to Kill Henry. I want an MG Reborns Gundam. Damn straight I do too. Not a 1/100 Reborns. I would really like a Master Grade 2. I don't think we're going to get it. If we were going to, we would have already. But I wouldn't be surprised if a Reborns comes out. RE1100 GPO2A. I don't think so. I think if they did that, they just go ahead and make the Master Grade version 2.0. I just want an RE Pallas Athena. Yes, Pallas Athena. Yes, yes, yes. G-Self. I watched parts of G-Self, and the animation was really cool. The designs of the mechs were really, really cool. The story was like a shotgun blast. It was all over the place. Still confused on why we don't have a Gara Zulu. They could have used the frame from the Doga. Yeah, that never made sense to me either. The Gara Zulu looked like a great kit. It didn't look that complicated to make into a Master Grade or at least a 1/100th kit. Never happened. I mean, there's a lot of reuse. I wouldn't be shocked maybe somewhere down the line we see that in RE100. I'm excited for IBO's story and MS design. Yes, I am too. IBO's story is going to be very interesting. The trailers we've seen so far kind of make me go, huh, I was expecting a bigger time jump. From the way it looks, there's been maybe a year gap or less since the end of the season 1. I was expecting they're going to jump ahead, 4 or 5 years like they did in 00. We'll get to see older characters, more veterans. I did like the fact that we saw Cookie and Cracker, Biscuit's sisters, in school. Maybe they'll play a bigger role. Who knows? The Age 3 and the Age FX. If you remember back in the day, they actually showed off prototypes for those. They said, hey, here's our 3D printed prototype of the Age 3 and the Age FX. Those kind of disappeared, didn't they? I think the Age 2 and the variations of the Age kits didn't sell all that particularly well. They're like, maybe making these master grades wasn't the greatest idea we ever had. Gunpla Expo exclusive. Iron Blooded Orphans designs, honestly. Proto HQ. They look, HD Gun Review says, Iron Blooded Orphans designs, honestly, to me look like Proto Age kit designs. They are just way too many similarities. I don't think so. I think the Iron Blooded Orphan kits are made to be machines. I mean, there's no beam saber, there's no, beam weapons of any kind. It's just all up close and personal, brutal, beat your brains in with a sledgehammer. I mean, it's not pretty. I mean, they got some bazookas, some machine guns, but there's no heavy arsenal. These aren't long range fighters. This is up close and personal nastiness. And that's what those kits are meant to reflect. REG XER2. Yes, we know. You really want that XER2 review. Maybe one day. Would I do a master grade Jabman 025 Zaku? I don't think so. I'm perfectly happy with my Gelgoog. I did 2 Gelgoogs, a 2.0 version of it. And that's real good there. They said, I don't know. You're saying there's a more than a year gap. She looks a little older, but everybody else looks about the same. Yeah, Jab has a Gogoog. Why downgrade? Yeah. Although I did die in that Gogoog, apparently in Operation Stardust, only to re-emerge and fight the turn A and then die again. Me and my girlfriend both want Sunrise to get off their behinds and make a sequel to the series G Gundam. The final episode's these kind of semi-promised one. Yeah, keep hoping there, buddy. Three-year time skip. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Just looking at the characters, nobody looks all that much older. MG Justice. I don't think so, guys. That's the one I keep hearing everybody saying. Hey, we got the Infinite Justice. Where's the regular Justice? If you look at the Justice, the Infinite Justice, there's not a whole lot difference outside the regular Justice's backpack is bigger and blockier and quite frankly uglier. I think everyone's going to say, hey, you want your Justice kit? There's an Infinite Justice. Well, what about the regular Justice? Infinite Justice. Go buy that. But we want to see the regular Infinite Justice. Go buy it. Zaku 1 2.0? I don't think so. The only way I see that happening is if they ever do something from Unicorn like that Zaku 1 Sniper, or maybe a web shot limited only. I don't think so. Exia 2.0, don't bet on it. Everyone's really asking for the MG Jigen. I don't think we'll ever see one, honestly, unless they do a web shop limited only of it. 47 people are watching. 47 people really care that much about what I have to say. Somehow I doubt it. Are you going to do a review of the MG Thunderbolt Verka kit? Yes. Yes, I am. In the process of making it now. It is a long kit. It is a long build. But I'm working on it. It's very hard. I'm not going to say much about it, but I will say this. These are a pair of tweezers. You will need them. You are my current favorite Gunpla review, actually. Thank you, Cody. What else can we talk about? Got any other questions? Anybody? How'd you like the Thunderbolt series? I bought the December Sky limited edition box because I'm nuts. It's really expensive, but it's so good. It has some of the best Gundam battle, Gundam versus Zaku, I've ever seen. That was so good. I mean, the space battles might be the best space battles I've ever seen. Detail, good characters. People die in horrible, horrible ways, as is the tradition with Gundam. And they, give you little things going on from. They talk about, the Psycho Zaku was the predecessor in some ways to the Zeong, and they show that the Zeong was being mass produced. Now it got stopped before it could ever get that far, but there was a mass production Zeong on the way, but they were able to stop it in its tracks. So just maybe they would have beat him if they got that done. What else we got? What is your thought on the figure rise bus? I think they're creepy as hell. I'm not buying them. When I built the Super Fumina, I thought that was creepy and strange. And those figurized busters look like mini versions of that, and that's creepy and strange. Creepy. Any recommendations on a Gundam that transforms? Ugh. Transforming kits are usually bad. Honestly, the best transforming kits I've seen probably would be the Wing kits. The Wing Gundam is the original TV version transforms, as does the Wing Zero, and they're both excellent kits. The Unicorn kits aren't bad. They're a pain in the butt to pose, and you might want to put them on an action base, but they're fine. The Zeta kits are nightmares, usually. There's another Zeta kit on the other side of that wall that I'm going to build sometime in the future, and I'll let you guys wonder about what it is. And I'm going to need therapy to build that one. Kenneth, I would like to see an MG Death Scythe Hill. It already exists, my friend. Although if you want the TV version, no, they don't have that. Have I built any Zoids kits? I have not. What kind of big kits do you have? The big guys I have are my PG Unicorn, obviously. I have the 1/100th RE100 Nightingale, and of course my buddy back there, my pride and joy, the Meteor unit, which I worked my ever-loving tail off. Watch that review, please. Delta Plus was my favorite MG Transformer, but it's pain. Delta Plus, I'll go ahead and say this now. If there was ever a kit I could go back and take away my thumbs up from, it'd probably be that. That's the only time I've ever given a thumbs up. And I was like, should I? Okay, fine. And after sitting on it and thinking in a couple of days, like, nah, take that thumbs up off. That was terrible. That wasn't the worst kit I've ever built, but it wasn't a very good kit. Do you think the Sinanju Verkatanium is worth the increased price? No. If you really wanted one when they first came out, they weren't terrible. Okay, they were terrible, but now they're really terrible. The titanium kits are very cool looking, and if you really want to work at it, there's a way to make your own titanium kit, and it's behind me right now, and I can't tell you about it because I'm going to build off some guys. May have said too much already. What made you choose the MG Gelgoog as your personal suit? Well, I wanted to make myself Zeon because I didn't think it was fair to put myself in a Gundam. It just wasn't right. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to be a Zeon, what am I going to pilot? What's my favorite grunt suit that I could conceivably turn into a suit? And that was it. It was like, I really like the Gelgoog. I like the design. The 2.0 is an excellent kit. And Yeah, that was a fun kit to build, a fun kit to customize. I worked my tail off that one too, but that's my personal suit. Should I buy the old MG Physalis? Is that kit the definition of a brick? Actually, it's worse than a brick because it can't hold the things it comes with. At least the brick will stand there and look pretty. It can hold the bazooka just fine, and that shield weighs way too friggin' much. So unless you're going to glue the shield in or heavy modification of it somehow, it's going to suck. So I don't recommend that one at all, honestly. I'm working on a custom Go-Goo myself, build to operate the similar way to a camphor. That would be neat. I actually have a high-grade Scurzum Gallus back there that I got at my local hobby shop, and they had it really cheap. I also bought a Master Grade that day because they were having a 20% off sale. I was like, oh, really? And they had Gundam. I was like, oh, really? What they have? They had a Master Grade that you have all been asking me to build, and it was $40 and with 20% off. I was like, that's too cheap not to buy. And they also had a Scurzum Gallus, which is essentially the Camphor 2, but it was a high grade, of course. And I'm going to be building those at some point. As for what that Master Grade is, I'll tell you this much. Like I said, you've been asking for it. You people have asked, build this Master Grade. Build it. Build it. And it's not the High New. I'm sure that'll be your first guess, but it's not that. What else? What's the heaviest kit you've ever built? Probably the O. the O clock's in there. He's a monster. He's right up there. I would say that my Sentinel Gundam is probably bigger, or the EXS rather is probably bigger. But I've used a resin kit on that, so that probably added the weight. Thoughts on the P. Bandai Barbados Form 6 high-res model? Sucks balls. I'm not going to be buying it. The frame comes pre-built for you. And they have all this. What's the point? We're buying a model kit. We want to build it. So no, don't expect a review of that. I have an RX-78 version 3.0 and the hands suck. The 3.0 hands are a bit of a pain. They're getting better every time I see them. But the nubs on them are terrible. The fingers pop off a lot. In the new full armor Gundam, I was fully expecting 3.0 hands. They're not there. They're the interchangeable fingers. So maybe that's a sign that's where they're going to be going on from this point forward. Is the MGEXS worth $100? No. I got mine for like 80, but then again, shipping made it 100. So that kit's a pain in the butt. How about a Freak Custom? It's right back there. Can't show it to you yet because I'm going to build off some guys. What is the worst kit I have ever built? This one I go back and forth on. It's a tight race between the GP03 and the Rigazee. Because the Rigazee is... Right now, I'm going to say the Rigazee. You ask me later, I might say the GP03. Rigazee's a pile of dog crap. If you see a Rigazee, someone selling it for $5, don't buy it. No! Crap. What are your thoughts on the new revealed kits for the IBO Season 2 and Build Fighters IW so far? I like the Build Fighters stuff I've seen. The only thing I didn't like that Zeta one with the, even though my favorite color is orange, I didn't like that orange on the Zeta. The 2.0 or the 3.0, whatever version of the G Gundam that guy has now, that looks cool. I hope we get a master grade of that. I'm interested to see what Fumino's suit looks like. Is Build Fighters going to have a Season 3 or an OVA? It's a Season 3. They're calling it Build Fighters Try Paradise or something. Someone correct me if I said that wrong. It's Well, they had Build Fighters, and they had Build Fighter Trials, a completely new cast. Season 3 is Build Fighters Try cast again. They're not jumping again. Interested in getting more UC hard drives? Yes, I am. I've seen it online, but I've never seen one in person. But Island Wars, thank you. Um, I've seen it online, but I've not seen it in person. There is a Zaku head blown up, and they have little figures. So you can make like a little diorama with the Zaku head. And I've seen people say make some really cool stuff. I've seen some really cool stuff from the uh, of that Zaku head using like dioramas and model kits. And I don't even know the name of the thing, but it's a really neat looking idea. And if I got my hands on one, I was like, what could I do with this? I mean, I have all sorts of ideas on what I could do with that thing. Just make it completely weathered and destroyed, and Anyway, I'm getting off. I'm getting off on a tangent. See what you do when you get me to talk about this stuff. I miss Say and Reggie. I do too. We saw Say a little bit in the last season. Where's Reggie? He's the prince of alternate dimension with the Frankie powers, and he's really weird sounding in the English dub. But whatever. Where is he? That's the kid of the year for 2016. We'll see. What's the kid of the year for 2016? Right now, it's Freedom version 2.0. It wins by default. It's the only master we've ever had. It's too early to tell if this full armor Gundam is going to beat it because I haven't built it yet, or all of it. What would you say to PG's getting 2.0s? I would be completely in favor of that. I would like to see a PG retake on the Zaku 2. The RX-78-2 I think is a fine kit as it is. It doesn't need a 2.0. Zaku does. Zaku hasn't aged particularly well. The RX-78-2 is all about the frame from people I've seen that built it and things I've seen. No one cares about how it looks on the outside. No one cares about the articulation. It just has a glorious frame. And if you want to, you're a gunpla builder, you like building the frame. Thoughts on an MG Zaku 3.0? I think this, I don't want to give too much away from this kit that I'm building here, but I think the Psycho Zaku is going to be essentially that, a 3.0. This kit I'm building here, I thought it would be based off something. Is not. It's basically all new. There's some stuff that looks familiar. I don't want to get too much. You can see it all in the review, but I think that Psycho Zaku is going to be essentially a 3.0 kit. Now, if they do make a 3.0 Zaku, get ready to buy the Mine Layer. Get ready to buy all these different variations again, and over and over and over, and blah, 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 blah. Any tips on weathering effect? Thank you for someone mentioning that. There are different pens you can buy. They have a Gundam weathering set that works really well. I found something out, a friend of mine taught me. If you ever get graphite powder, and you take a Q-tip or cotton ball or something soft, and you take the graphite powder and just rub it on the kit, it just gives a good soot look to it, and it's completely random. It doesn't look like you're painting streaks on it or anything. It's spread all out all over the thing. Looks pretty good. What's a user-friendly site that I can check out? The site I use that talks about Gundam news is Gundam Guy. Just gundamguy.blogspot.com, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. He is basically our go-to. He puts up the latest news. He puts up pictures of different people's kits. I've been on there a couple of times. Yay for me. MG Zaku Origin. Maybe. Maybe. Well, this was different. It's been about 32 minutes. I don't know whether I'm going to do this again. I'm glad I kind of finally figured out how this works. As some of you saw, I can keep on going. Um, I may try this again. I just entered channel 025. That was actually an idea of Henry's a long time ago. How's it going, Shadow Wolf? What's up? But I don't know whether I'll be doing this again. I'm going to upload this video. Obviously, it'll be on my stream. If someone wants to come back and watch later. Been on for 32 minutes. Have I really been talking that long? Again, why can't I shut up? I don't know whether I'll do it again. If I do, maybe I will set it up ahead of time a little bit better. I tried to do that here. When customized, do we really need to sand if we're using Tamiya paint? The nubs off, yeah. You do got to get rid of those nubs. What do you think of all the Western audience ideas playing? Can only be good for Gundam. Gunpla News. Maybe I'll do that. That's kind of the idea I had. I was throwing the idea around on Twitter, and Henry suggested the name Channel 025. What if I did it like a Gunpla news show or news thing? But at the time, streaming really wasn't that popular, and I didn't know anything about it. And based on how well things have gone today, I still don't know that much. But maybe in the future, when we get our next Master Grade announcement or there's some big news that drops, maybe I'll do one of these. If I do, I'll try and give people a bigger window. Follow me on Twitter, Jabman025. I'll try and do announcements there to let people know when I'm going to be doing them, what I'm going to be talking about, who knows what else. Do you think it's rivaling, say, Wing or Pulled? No, I don't think we're anywhere near the Wing category yet. But it should be interesting. My favorite Gundam game? Versus Extreme. That was really fun. I wish they'd make an English release. It would really be so hard. Well, I think I'm going to call it, guys. Like I said, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing this again. It was neat. Something different. I did enjoy chatting with you. That's kind of one of the reasons I did this. I had a chance to, maybe you're watching, I doubt it. I had a chance to, I was at a local comic book store, pardon me, and someone pointed me out. I was going up to the cash register, and they pointed at me and said, hey. Okay, he didn't say that. He said, hey, you're Jabman025. And I go, maybe. He goes, no, I'm a big fan of your Gundam reviews. It's really cool. I'm like, oh, thanks. And it was kind of nice interacting with him. And this is the closest thing I can get because while I have lots of subscribers, I doubt all of them are in Missouri or near St. Louis. They're kind of spread all over. I like looking at my, where you live, bro? Yes, at St. Louis, Missouri. Go Cardinals. Stan Kroenke can suck it. Just saying. Do I have any of the Gundam Breaker games? I have not, although I've heard good things about it. There is a friend of mine, Andreas, who has made a Zeong, if it were piloted by Lacus Klein. It haunts my nightmares, and it will haunt yours too. Do I like cows? They're delicious. Cows are delicious. I'm going to go eat one later on a pizza. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around. I'll see you guys next time.